going to be a bit breezy.
Okay, thanks, Justin. Hey, it's a big weekend at the box office as Incredibles 2 comes out. A Las Vegas Weekly film critic Josh Bell is here with the Bell Breakdown. There we go. Sometimes you gotta give it a little oomph. It's Friday. It's squeaky. It's been all week. It hasn't moved the bell, and now it's moving. Okay, but Incredibles 2, I was reading, it's been 14 years, and then they're really hoping this is going to make a lot of money at the box office.
I think it is going to make a lot of money at the box office. Yeah, people have been waiting a long time to see the Incredibles family of superheroes return. As we were saying, people who were kids when the first one came out are now adults, a lot of them.
Right.
So there's a lot of nostalgia for that original. But I think even though it's been a long time, it's been in kind of the pop culture consciousness since then. So even maybe kids who weren't born when the first one came out have caught up with it on home video, on DVD, and so there's a big interest in seeing this superhero family come back. And Pixar movies are always popular, or almost always popular. They always do a great job with the animation, which looks gorgeous in this movie, again, as it always does. And you know, they bring a lot more creativity and depth, I think, to their stories than a lot of other animated movies often do. So yeah, I think people, if they liked the first Incredibles, they're going to be excited to see this. It starts literally right where the other one left off. So there's 14 years in reality, but no time has passed in the world of the Incredibles. And the family, they still have to kind of be underground and hide their superpowers, but they have a new chance to kind of reemerge and save the world again, or not really even save the world, actually. That's one of the nice things about these movies, is they're not like the Avengers. It's not the whole world in peril. It's kind of a smaller scale story and more about the family. But there is a villain and kind of a threat to the family, and it's a fun time at the movies. I think maybe it doesn't add a ton to the story that wasn't already there the first time, but again, for people who liked it, they'll like seeing more of it.
And did you remember from 14 years ago? Did you have to rewatch one, or you'll easily remember?
I did rewatch it. I mean, I think if it's been a while, it's not super complex. I think you can catch up pretty easily. I did rewatch it, and one thing I noticed is even in just 14 years, the animation has come so far. You watch the first one and watch this new one, and it looks so much more detail and so much more expressiveness to the animation. Even just in that period of time.
All right. Well, okay, so Incredibles 2 delivers, and then the other movie that's out this weekend that's kind of fun and funny is Tag. I've seen a lot of previews for this one, and I was like, looks funny, looks a little, I don't know, Hangover-esque.
Yeah, they're definitely going for that vibe with the kind of man-child, fratty friends hanging out and behaving in silly ways. You've got Ed Helms, who of course was in the Hangover movies.
Right, maybe that's why I thought of it.
And Jon Hamm and Jeremy Renner and Jake Johnson and Hannibal Buress, and they play this group of friends who've been playing the same game of tag since they were kids. So for 1 month every year, they play this game of tag among them, even though they're all adults now. And so they're kind of coming together, and it's a way for them to maintain their friendship, but also they go through these ridiculous, elaborate stunts in order to tag each other. And Jeremy Renner's character has never been tagged, so they have to get him. And it's of course silly, although it's actually based on a bunch of real guys who play a game of tag like this, although it's heavily fictionalized. It actually has some well-crafted action bits to it, in addition to but the comedy is pretty thin. The story it takes a lot to stretch this into a feature film. The characters are pretty one-dimensional. It's a likable cast, but I think there's just not a lot here. And by the end, it's kind of, it's really run its course. And you see some footage of the real guys at the end, and there's a lot more charm and heart to them, I think, than there is to this fictional version.
All right. Well, we'll see. Incredibles 2, definitely Tag.
Do check that out.
Maybe.
Yeah.
A long end. That's the Bell Breakdown. Thank you, everyone. And